Hello, friends. This is Dave Hurwitz, executive editor at ClassicsToday.com, here with the final verdict on the Andris Nelson's Shostakovich box. We've been waiting. Well, I was waiting to see if they were going to release Lady Macbeth of Mtsensk separately. Maybe they will. I don't know. I haven't seen it. I looked and I didn't see it, and I guess it's only in the box or available as a download. And that seems to be unbelievably strange, because why on earth would you go through the trouble of doing a concert recording of this magnificent and big and serious opera, only not to want to release it and give it the attention that it deserves? Well, as it turns out, maybe it doesn't make sense to give it the attention it deserves because it doesn't deserve the attention it deserves. Well, it does and it doesn't. Let's put it this way. As you know, there is a as close to definitive as makes no difference recording of the complete opera with Galina Vishnevskaya and Mstislav Rostropovich on EMI. It is a stunning performance by any definition. It's thrilling beyond words. The singing is terrific. The orchestral playing is insane. I mean, the sonics are fabulous. It's got everything going for it. So it is the reference edition against which all others must be compared. After that, we had a couple others. I mean, there was the other Deutsche Grammophon recording with Chung, with Maria Ewing, I think, as Lady Macbeth, if I'm not mistaken. It's very good, actually. It's a very good performance. It's appropriately hysterical, but it's just not as gut-wrenching and earthy as Rostropovich and Vishnevskaya, but it's still quite effective. And then there are some others. Actually, one just came out. Do I have it sitting here? I think I do. At some point, I'm going to have to cover it. It's on Orfeo. It's a live thing and whatnot. I don't know. It's up here. It's here somewhere in one of these piles of CDs. I think, is that it? Oh, yeah, maybe. Anyway, we're going to cover it at some point. We'll get to it. But the bottom line is, and there are some terrific videos, by the way, also. Some really, scary and depressing videos. The problem with this, well, let's look at the cast. I start, by the way, with, I don't listen to this opera in order. I mean, I do eventually, but I always start with the sex scene because it's just, it's supposed to be kind of foolproof. It's insanely crazy. And the two, the tenor and the soprano are just screaming at the top of their lungs. And then the orchestra, does this pornographic, it's not really lovemaking. It's more like, mutual sexual assault than anything else. And then I tend to go to the last act, when they're all in Siberia and all that stuff is happening, just to see how well they handle that misery and desolation. And oh gosh, it's so much fun. It really is. So let's see. It's here we go. Let me just get to this. Oh boy. Up here we have the opera. It's in the booklet here on page 175 or something. Boris. Here we go. Boris is Gunther Groisbeck. The singers are all very good, by the way. Let's just say that they're quite good. And Katerina Izmailova. Yeah, there she is. Christine Opales. She's very, very fine. She's excited. She's youthful. She screams when she's supposed to scream. I was impressed by her performance. I really was. Sergei, her boyfriend, is Brendan Gunnell. He's obnoxious, which in a good way. I mean, Sergei is obnoxious. That's the point. He's on the one hand, he's a sexual predator, more or less, and on the other hand, he's a total wuss. I mean, and eventually he dumps Katerina for what's her name in Act 3. Let's see, where does she come in? Oh, she's here somewhere. Axidia? No, she's a cook. What's her name? Teacher, officer, Sonyetka. There we go. Sonyetka, Maria Barakova. And they kill each other effectively, and it's good. The problem is Nelson's. Not a surprise, because throughout this whole Shostakovich cycle, Nelson's is the problem. The Boston Symphony plays fabulously. About half of the symphonies are really, really good, and the others suck. And when it comes to the concertos, which are also in here, you will recall Yo-Yo Ma's cello concertos were, yeah. I mean, the violin concertos, but the piano concertos with Yu Wang are terrific. So that was very good. So those are good. So there's another thing to add to the pluses. But here, he's just boring. I mean, Janssens takes, I don't know, several tens of minutes or longer than Rostropovich does over the opera. It trudges. And this is an opera that does not trudge. It should never trudge. It's got to really, really move. I mean, yes, he gets the sex scene up to tempo, but that third act, I mean, in Siberia is a big place. It's long. It's desolate. I mean, it's boring. Siberia is not boring, at least, I mean, in the opera, it's not boring. It may be boring if you're there. But it's just that the whole thing lacks passion and excitement and flair and drive and all of those things. And really nice playing by the Boston Symphony. Well, it's not always a nice opera. You know, it's got to have edge and intensity and rawness and I don't know. I'm disappointed. I really am. On the whole, this is not a box worth having. That's the final verdict. It's not. If you can get the individual symphonies or download individual symphonies, the good ones, which were, let's see, what were the good ones? 4 was good, 5 was good, 6 I think was good, 7, 8, yeah, the middle ones were pretty good. 10 was really good. The later ones, not so good. 1, not so good. 2 and 3, well, I mean, no one cares. So, 11, no, not really. Anyway, I reviewed them all. I am trying to remember, but I don't need to. I reviewed them all at Classics Today as they came out as twofers and whatnot, and you can see those reviews. And then there were also some reviews I did as videos here. So everything has been done separately. That was the point. And the reason I did them separately is so that you can look at those separate reviews and you would know whether you're interested or not in getting the good stuff. So it will take a little homework from your, on your part, whether with Classics Today and here, which means, 50 seconds of searching. It's not a big deal. And you'll know what's good and what isn't good. But this whole box, no. It's just not special enough. And I wish that weren't the case. I mean, I was rooting for this because I really, really wanted to hear the Boston Symphony do this music. I mean, that was going to be like a thrill for me because they've never done a Shostakovich cycle and they're a fabulous orchestra. And listening to them, just listening to them is a joy. It really is, because great orchestras strutting their stuff sound great, even if the performance is horrendous as often as, the interpretation as often as not. So that it was okay. And if you're like a fan of the Boston Symphony, that might be reason enough to get this. But a Shostakovich person is going to want to have a great cycle of Shostakovich symphonies and concertos and a slammin' Lady Macbeth of Mtsensk. And you just don't get that here. I am sorry, but that's the fact. So there you go. Keep on listening, friends. Thanks for joining me. Take care.